Jets getting ready for the kickoff. Gains 11. Shorts, a receiver in the slot. He had no time to get set. Failing to complete that one, so second down here, left side.
What a job by the offensive line that time. This running back hit the hole at full speed, and the defense had very little time to react. And that's how he got in the secondary, made a couple guys miss, and gets down there and gets a long run.
Fleeners shifted out wide to the left as a receiver. 1st and 10. Back to the ground now on 1st down. He's headed right, and he's tackled at the 32-yard line.
When a coach can have a run that picks up those kind of yards, it gives them confidence, and they will show more and more patience with the running game. So the defense, they better dig in here.
And here we have second down.
Out of the shotgun.
Looking to go deep. But it's incomplete.
I think that's the hardest pass a defensive back has to defend. The long throws down the field. You have to wait till the last second to make your play. That time the defensive back did it. What a play.
Butler's lined up in the slot.
Let's go! Let's roll!
3rd and 3. Had it for a moment, but the ball is knocked out, incomplete. Boy, that was a promising drive for quite a while, and finally the defense steps up.
Yeah, the defense stepped up, but also, boy, that was a uninspired play call, I thought, on 3rd down. Didn't give the offense a chance, and the defense took advantage of it.
Offense lines up here. 1st down and 10. Jones-Drews taking the handoff. Tackled at the 29-yard line.
You got to know if you're going to run the football, you're going to have a lot of short gains. There's going to be a lot of plays that look ugly. That's just the way it is. You got to live with it and know what's coming in the future.
Nickel formation here for the defense. Play action. Scrambling out of the pocket. He's stacked up at that point.
Well, that time he's under pressure. He can't stand in the pocket. He takes off, and as you look down the field, nobody is open, so the quarterback is forced to run, and he picks up some big yards.
The Jaguars with a nickel look here on defense. The quarterback will hand it off. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. And that's the type of run I think this offense would take all game long, Phil.
Oh, would they ever? They would love this. This is showing your dominance here. The offensive line doing a good job, but also a solid job by the running back picking up some good yards.
Hills lined up now as a slot receiver. Screenplay is on. Gains 15.
Jim, this time it's a halfback screen. Nice job by the quarterback. The halfback, good job after catching it, picked up some good yards.
First down here after the completion.
Luck's turning to look downfield now after selling the play fake.
The pass doesn't find the mark.
This is frustrating for a coach. You call a play, you get the receiver down the field on a corner route, and your quarterback cannot put it on the target.
And Manningham's going to get set in the slot for this snap. 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff to Maurice Jones-Drew. Brought down just 2 yards shy of the first down marker. Now looking at 3rd down. Back to the ground. That's a gain of 8.
Nice job that time. The run play gets the first down. You move those chains. Hey, it's kind of fun to watch a team tough enough and patient enough to run the football to get these first downs instead of throwing it all the time.
Now the next snap from inside the red zone, where a week ago they starred as a team.
This team likes to throw the football in the end zone once they get inside the red zone. This is a nice changeup. They fool them. Well, they thought they were going to fool them with the run, but it only gets a short gain.
Jones-Drew's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Secures it with 2 hands.
Nice throw that time by the quarterback in the red zone. Gets a completion. And there's some tight spots. Not a lot of room, so you got to really drive the football in there.
Play after play after play here on this drive.
They're going back up top, looking for an touchdown. New York Jets.
Well, the offensive line did it all on this drive, didn't they? Here it is on 1st and goal. Nice job of pass blocking, and the quarterback finds the open receiver for the touchdown.
Inside of the uprights. The Jaguars are back deep, ready to return the kickoff. And he's going to be brought down, only managed about 16 yards on that return.
Will go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set.
3-step drop. And he's forced to the ground.
Well, the quarterback's got to see this blitz when it's coming. And if he checks to an audible to get rid of the football quicker or give himself extra protection, that will help him a lot.
Robinson's in the backfield. Single back set. He'll fire it out to the left. He's brought down at the 25-yard line.
You know, when that football was coming towards him in the air, he knew if he caught it, he was going to take a big hit. Well, you know what? Good thing he caught it, because if he'd have dropped it, he still was going to take a big hit. Nice catch by the receiver.
Heading to the line for a 3rd down play, and this was something they specialized in last week, converting in these situations. The tackle was made, but the first down is picked up.
That is a nice job by the running back there. He knew it was 3rd and short, so he put that big old body up in there and grinds out the first down.
First down here after the run.
Robinson's got it on the handoff. They knock him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the play is there to be made, but the offensive player doesn't get it done. Bad job on first down.
Hayward Bays in the slot. It's Smith stepping back, looking over the defense from the shotgun formation.
An incompletion right there, but it really should have been an interception.
Let's see what they do on this third down situation.
Smith's back in shotgun formation.
Stands in the pocket. Quentin Copeles takes the quarterback down.
When you take a blindside hit like that, oh my gosh, do they hurt. And you get up, you make sure you're okay, then you try to find out who's responsible for you getting you hit like that.
Curley's going to try to return it. That's a tackle right near the 48.
The Jaguars defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Luck's going to take it from the gun. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
Going to be a tackle for a loss.
When you make play calls like that, you're not going to win many football games. That was a terrible call here on first down.
The Jaguars come out in the nickel.
2nd and 11. Play action. Looking down the field. He's got a wide open alley. Gains 19.
That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter here in East Rutherford. We'll return in a moment for the start of the second quarter.
First down, offense readying for the snap.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run, nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush.
Andrew Luck in shotgun formation.
Going for the home run. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, we're talking about some of the fastest humans on earth. And we take into account you can't touch them or breathe on them. That's how they're able to get open and make so many catches.
The Jags are ready to return the kick.
Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Jaguars lined up, bunch formation. 1st and 10.
Set up screen. Makes the reception. Nice tackle.
I think the best thing to say about that play, it's just it gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
Hayward Bays, a receiver in the slot. Looking to the right side and throwing.
A takeaway.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
Maurice Jones-Drew lined up in the backfield. Now 1st and 10.
Maurice Jones-Drew gets it here. Thomas Howard credited with that hit.
Good job that time by the running back, getting down the field and picking up big yards.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground.
On first down, it's back to the ground game. In on that last hit was Thomas Howard.
This is just another way when you run the draw play to see if the defense that you're going against has discipline. If they don't, draw plays work great.
And it's now 2nd down and 5 after running it on first down. Quick drop back. Challenging the defenders to the right side. Touchdown, Jets.
Well, Jim, it's almost impossible to guard these guys nowadays as they go down the field. These wide receivers, they have feet like ballerinas. And even though you get tight coverage, they're so quick, they can get open and make the catches.
Jets getting ready for the kickoff. He's got a chance to return this one. There's a flag right there.
Personal foul. Clipping. Receiving team.
Well, contact around the knees, and they flagged it. For the clipping call.
They did. It was a good call. Listen, you got to hold your breath when you see plays like that. You just hope somebody doesn't get hurt.
Fleener's usually a tight end, but he's in the backfield this time. 1st and 10. Robinson's going to secure the handoff. He'll be taken down about 3 yards short of the first.
Running backs, they love counter runs. They know when a defense has been over pursuing, so they make that fake one way, and when they cut it back, there's usually a great running lane there.
Setting up in the pistol on this play.
2nd and 3. Smith's got the football after the play fake.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
Offense lines up here.
The wide receiver shifting around in motion.
Third down and 3. And they sack him on 3rd down. And they force the quick 3 and out.
When you talk about a blitz on the defensive side, it's all about timing. Disguise it to the last second and time up the snap of the football. They did it that time, and they get the sack on the QB.
Curley's going to try to return it. And they get to him at the 45. Hills lined up in the slot. Here's the running play. Off tackle. Brought down. Picks up the first as he's tackled at the 30.
That's a nice job blocking by the offensive line and a really good job by the running back. Seeing the proper hole, gets up in there and picks up big yards.
They're able to move the chains after that last run.
They tackle him for a loss.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
And Manningham's lined up now as a slot receiver. 2nd down and 10. The defense gets the sack.
Well, if your offensive line's not good enough just to stop the pass rush, then you got to help them out. How do you do that? Well, you keep the tight end in, let him be an extra blocker, and you tell your running backs to help out too, blocking some of these defensive linemen.
Defense comes to the line, ready to pounce on that quarterback one more time. Can they get another sack right here? Good, solid tackle, short of the first, and now we've got a 4th down situation. And he drives it through for the field goal.
You got to take advantage of good field position. The offense doesn't do it that time. I know they get 3 points out of it. Nice kick, but still a letdown for the offense.
He'll have a chance to take off. This is a big-time return.
There is nothing like a good return when you talk about special teams. Good blocking, the speed of the returner gets down the field, and after that tackle, now they have good starting field position.
Great starting field position for the offense.
We're moving in on the 2-minute warning. One more snap first.
Ball is out. This one's going back the other way.
2-minute warning.
That's what you call a takeaway. The defense just makes such a hard hit that they take the football away from the offense and they recover the fumble.
And Manningham's going to get set in the slot for this snap. 1st down and 10. The quarterback throws to the right. They bring him down in the middle of the field at the 50.
There's nothing the defense can do. When you talk about a receiver like these guys out there now, and this one in particular, the double coverage, they're still able to go in between the defenders, rise up, and make the catch.
The offense is set at the line for the 1st down after that completion.
Luck's got it in the gun. He's scrambling now. Looks to his left. That ball is picked off, bringing the play to an end.
Well, I'll give the quarterback a lot of credit. He found a way to get out of the pocket and avoid the sack. But how about that decision to throw the football down the field? Nobody's open. Results in an interception. Just a very bad decision.
Robinson's lined up as the single back. Heaving it down the field. And it falls incomplete.
If you're defensive back in the NFL now, you've got to be alert for the deep passes down the field, because not only do you got to play it well, you got to make sure you don't have pass interference.
Second down here.
Robinson's going to take the handoff now. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
Well, when you have a successful draw play, a lot of times it's up to the quarterback. As he's dropping back, if he holds that football up and makes everybody think it's a pass, it works. Then when he hands it to the running back, look out.
The Jets lined up in the nickel. 3rd and 3. Justin Blackmon hauls it in.
Well, it was a nice throw by the quarterback that time to get just enough yards to pick up the 1st down.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down.
And he is tackled down at the 38-yard line.
What a good job by the defensive player there, just flushing the running back and driving him into the ground.
Hayward Bays in the slot. Smith's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Looking for an open receiver on the right. That'll stop the play right there.
Good job by the quarterback that time. He doesn't panic. He reads that it's a zone, and you have to wait for the receivers to get in between the defenders. Nice throw and catch.
The defense comes out in the nickel.
This is a screen play all the way. Has some space to work with. That brings the play to an end.
Find a way to score. That's always the mantra with every team when they get in the red zone. If you punch it in here, even though you're down by more than 7, it'll give you confidence for the rest of the game.
In the red zone.
That long gain sets them up here on this play.
Robinson's handed the football. A tackle behind the line.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Watch the blitz, watch the blitz.
And now they'll try over again on second down.
Second and goal from the 10. Running away from the pressure. Nowhere else to go, and he's out of bounds. They're just grinding away down here, inching closer to the end zone.
Well, that's what you got to do sometimes. It's hard always to think that you're going to come out and just make big plays. You got to do the dirty work, and this offense is doing it right now.
Third and goal from the 2. Throwing now to his left. Makes the catch. Touchdown.
It is so disappointing when you're down near the goal line and you don't score. Well, the offense doesn't have to know that disappointment this time. Good job, good play call, and a beautiful throw by the quarterback for the touchdown.
Jaguars ready for action. The same as a touchback as he's tackled right at the 20. The Jets offense ready now to see what it can do. Hills, a receiver in the slot. 3-step drop. That pass was hurried.
So that's going to do it here for the first half. Jets are up here in this one, which is brought to you by Verizon. We're back here now in this one, where the Jets are leading by 17. The Jets are ready to return the kick. That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20.
And Manningham's lined up in the slot. And here we go, the first snap of the second half. Catch made by Mario Manningham.
What a nice catch by the receiver. Gets past the yard markers, makes the catch, and gets a first down.
And Manningham's lined up now as a slot receiver. First and 10. He'll fire it out to the left. The Jets get a first down. Blindly spins away from the hit.
Well, they say arm strength is overrated in the NFL. I don't know who those people are. They don't know what they're talking about. It's a big part of playing quarterback. Look at that. He fires it in there in between the defenders for the completion.
Here we go, here we go. Watch the blitz, watch the...
Hill's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's looking long. Interception. They bring him to the turf.
What a terrible job by the quarterback. Nobody's open, tries to force the pass, and look, what's it turned into? An interception.
Blackman's in the slot.
Geno Smith will take it from the gun. Looking long. And it's incomplete.
That was a nice job by the defense. Being alert for the downfield throw. The defensive back in good position results in an incompletion.
Trying to trick them here with the Wildcat formation.
2nd and 10.
He'll go to the left. That'll put them in what we call plus territory.
I like this. Show some patience. Don't try to get it all in one play. Pick up first downs and try to go down the field and score.
Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play.
Now 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground on first down.
When you're an offensive lineman and you can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
Second down after going to the ground game the first play.
He's looking to the right here on this throw. That ball has been picked off. In on the stop.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
Maurice Jones-Drew lined up in the backfield. First and 10.
Trying to make something happen.
And it falls incomplete.
Well, for some reason, this quarterback likes to keep trying to go deep down the field against his cover two. That's not the spot you want to go. You want to look underneath or right down the middle.
Nickel formation for the defense here.
2nd down and 10.
That picks up 7.
Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
Third down now.
Eyeing that left side. And Manningham's got the catch on the touch throw. That's a touchdown.
What a tremendous throw by the quarterback that time for the touchdown. What confidence he has in that arm. Small window, very little room to throw that football in there. He didn't worry about it, fired it, got the touchdown.
Makes the PAT.
Jets getting ready for the kickoff.
He's in the clear. Runs out of bounds.
Well, a lot of good things happen on both sides of the football this time. How about that return by the return team? Good job, good blocking. Look at the speed of that guy running. They get the tackle from behind. They stop the touchdown.
First down coming up.
Dropping back 3. Airing it out. And they can't connect.
Well, there's no doubt about it. This guy has a strong arm. That time he just sails the football way past the receiver deep down the field.
The jumbo set on the field.
2nd and 10.
Smith still got the football after the play fake. Looking to the right side and throwing. Off the mark.
The defense has really done a good job here in this drive. They got this offense in a 3rd and long situation. Let's see if they can convert it.
On the way, third down. Looking to scramble. Ball's out.
The tackle is made, and that's a 3-and-out series for the offense.
Well, the one thing we know about the NFL, when you have the football in your hands, they are going to attack it. You've got to know that as a ball carrier, protect it a lot better.
They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. Here's the handoff to Maurice Jones-Drew.
You got to keep your offensive lineman aggressive, so you have to run the football every once in a while. That run, even though it was a short game, it served a purpose.
Offense lines up here. Second down and 9. Challenging the defenders to the right side. He's brought down at the 23-yard line.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up.
Jones-Drew's taking the handoff.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
The offense ready to take advantage of this golden opportunity from the red zone. The defense comes out in the nickel. Second down and 5. Getting away from the pressure. That pass well defended.
Jim, the offensive coordinator, has done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
The Jets will look to get to the 13 to pick up a first.
Nickel formation here for the defense. Third down and 5. The quarterback throws to the right. Touchdown!
That was a sweet touchdown right there. Just a nice throw by the quarterback. He put it right on the money. The receiver makes the catch. Beautiful touchdown.
The Jaguars are back deep, ready to return the kickoff. He'll start his return.
And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. Shorts, a receiver in the slot.
Scrambling out of the pocket. Ball's on the ground. And the defense has it.
Great job by the defense, forcing and recovering the fumble.
You said the appropriate word there, forcing. The hit was so solid and so good. The offensive player had no choice. He had to give up the football.
Andrew Luck under center.
Maurice Jones-Drew gains 12.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
And Manningham's lined up in the slot.
First down and 10. Staying with the running game on first down. No stopping them now. That's a touchdown.
Well, you got a lead. Now you're able to go out there and drive down the field and score a touchdown. This changes how the other team is going to manage the game from here on out.
Count it. The Jags are ready to return the kick.
return, a very unspectacular 19 yards. That's all. Geno Smith takes the field for another time.
The defense comes out in the nickel. 1st and 10. Under fire on that throw.
Terrible job by the offensive line. Your quarterback needs more time than that. Another incompletion.
Hayward Bays lined up now as a slot receiver. It's incomplete. The defender had it for a moment, but could not pick it off cleanly.
Hey, he's man. I got him all day, all day.
Wide receivers are bunched up.
Watch the blitz.
3rd and 10. Into the open flat. He makes the catch.
That's a good tackle, and that's a quick 3 and out.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short, defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a 4th down.
Looks like they're going to go for it here.
Watch the blitz. Watch the blitz. Watch the man. See the man.
Williams in the slot here for this play. Smith is in the shotgun.
With 2 hands, he has it. He's going to be tackled right around the 24-yard line.
Well, they're a gambling football team. They like to take chances. Even though they're down, it's in the second half. They take another chance. They go for it on 4th, and this time they got it.
Here's the first snap after the big play. Looking for an open receiver on the right.
Touchdown.
How about this gift? A wide open receiver down the field. The quarterback, good job of finding. He throws it down there, and he gets the easy touchdown.
And the extra point is good.
The kicking team now getting set here for what looks like an onside kick.
The onside fumble. Good piece of tackling.
What a lucky play that time by the return team. They fumble the football. Nobody's hustling, but somehow they find a way to recover their own fumble.
The Jaguars defense now is going to go nickel.
Now 1st and 10. Trying to fight through right up the middle of the field.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
That will bring us to the end of the 3rd here in East Rutherford. We'll return in a moment for the beginning of the 4th quarter. Maurice Jones-Drew lined up in the backfield.
Running back gets it on the handoff. He'll be brought down, but not before picking up the first down.
Nothing fancy about that, but it's a good run, gets a first down. Now the offense has 3 more chances.
Hill's going to get set in the slot for this snap. And they go back to the ground, and that gains 1.
Hey, this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front, and that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
2nd down.
Luck will take the snap from the gun. He'll throw it over the middle. And Manningham's going to pull in the bullet pass.
Well, it's a good job by the defense getting that tackle inside the 5-yard line. Now we'll see if they're good enough to keep the offense out of the end zone.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Maurice Jones-Drew gets it here.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
The defense loading up on the line, getting set for this snap. Here's the handoff to Maurice Jones-Drew.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody. I am going to gamble that it is a run. If they have the courage to throw it, let them. If they do, of course it'll be a touchdown.
Ready to make the stop on the goal line, loading up that defensive front. Touchdown. They're just running it up.
Oh, what a good job there by the offense. 3rd and goal. And what do? They run the football against the defense. And nice job getting the touchdown.
And the point after is good.
Jets getting ready for the kickoff.
Geno Smith heading back out for this next series. And Williams is a tight end, but lined up in the backfield for this play. 1st and 10.
Now slashing to the right side, looking for room. He steps out.
Well, when you give up a running play that's long, you got to say this to the defense. You did not hustle enough. If you are hustling, when that running back makes that secondary move, you got to be there to make the tackle. Swarm the football. That's how you stop long runs.
1st down here after the run.
Robinson's got it on the handoff.
Gains maybe 5.
When you have a defense as fast as this one, they over-pursue. So that's why you want to run a counter run. Take advantage of the fact that they are just charging too fast, too hard, and not thinking on the defensive side.
2nd and 5. Waits for an opening to unfold.
This might not be nice to say, but every once in a while it's kind of fun to watch the quarterback get sacked like that. Good job by the defensive end.
Offense lines up here. 3rd and 8.
Looking for a receiver on the left side here.
Just had to avoid the sack. Incomplete.
Play doesn't even have time to develop. The quarterback is under so much pressure, he's throwing it before these receivers are even ready.
Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 8. It's a 2 tight end formation. He's scrambling now.
That's a failed conversion, but you might as well look at it like a turnover. It's going back the other way.
Real good field position here to start this series. First down here.
Jones-Drew's going to secure the handoff.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush.
They better hurry to get the snap.
Maurice Jones-Drew. And that'll gain just a few yards.
Defense calls a timeout.
Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run up in there for a couple yards.
Hill's in the slot. 3rd down and 3. He's looking to the right here on this throw. There's the offense picking up another 1st down on 3rd down.
This offense has been moving the football all day long. Once again in the red zone, they have a big lead. What will they do? I think they'll just try to run it in from here.
We've hit the 2-minute warning in the 2nd half.
About to take the snap inside the 20.
That reception gave them the 1st down.
No margin for error from just outside the goal line.
This game has been out of hand for a long time. They're down near the goal line again, and it's just up to the defense. Have some courage, show some pride, and try to stop them this time.
Goal line defense on the field.
Second and goal from the 3.
Gets it again here.
Thomas Howard has the tackle.
Well, for all you talk show people and fans, if they score here, it's not running up the score. The defense, you're supposed to stop them. Hang in there and play tough and get it done.
Defense ready in the goal line formation on this one.
Third and goal. The blowout continues. Another touchdown.
Well, that's really having deep belief in your offensive line. Isn't it? 3rd and goal, your offensive line just road grades the defense out there, and they get the touchdown running the football.
The Jaguars are back deep, ready to return the kickoff.
And that's a kick return of about 24 before being brought down. The Jaguars are ready to take over now as their offense heads onto the field.
2 tight ends on the field here.
First down and 10.
Looking at every option.
Well, we know one thing. If you're a defensive tackle, you got power, and it was on display that time. Wonderful job by the big fella, busting through there and getting the sack on the QB.
The Jets with a nickel look here on defense. Smith standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. And they can't connect.
Not much the offense can do in a situation like this. 3rd and long, what you probably will have to do is either surprise them with a run or throw it short and hope somebody can make a play and pick up a 1st down.
Hayward Bays, a receiver in the slot. Smith will now take it from the gun.
Justin Blackman hauls it in.
They bring him down, and the offense fails to pick up a 1st down on 3 plays.
The offense back out on the field here for this 4th and short play.
The Jets defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel.
Quarterback drops back, play action. Right where it had to be.
Well, I like the decision that time to go for it on 4th and short. You got some big old hogs up front. They're pretty strong, so it's 4th down. Go for it, and you pick it up.
This play set up by the long gainer.
And there it is. 60 minutes has run off at long last, and this game is finally over. A blowout from the start.
Well, Phil, I enjoyed watching the game with you, and how about a final thought about that victory?
Well, you know, Jim, I wish I could say the same, that I enjoyed spending these last 3 hours with you, but that's just not the case. But no, just kidding, of course. Nice win. They got to feel good about what they've done and celebrate a little tonight.
I think I'll see you next week, maybe.
This unstoppable drive is the GMC never say never moment of the game.
For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nance saying so long.